Tyrese Haliburton, he's a top 4 guard in the East for me, but this playoff run that he can potentially go on will truly change my outlook on him if he performs the way I hope he does.
I only see 2 guards better than him as far as like in the Eastern Conference. It's the obvious ones, Cade and Brunson.
You think Mitch is better than you think Haliburton better than Mitchell?
The only reason I say yes.
What's the Haliburton?
Tyrese Haliburton. He's been having himself some playoff moments, man. He's been trying to establish himself as one of those guys in the Eastern Conference and in the NBA. But with that being said, man, how many guards are you taking right now currently over Tyrese Haliburton in the Eastern Conference?
I'm going to take 2.
He's a top 3? Or are you saying he's a top 2?
Yeah,
let's name the guards. Let's just make it easy for all of us.
Would you rather have Haliburton or Brunson?
Brunson,
for sure.
Would you rather have Haliburton or Drew Holiday?
Haliburton.
Oh, I like Drew Holiday. I ain't gonna lie. I like Drew Holiday.
Haliburton is like, yeah, but I'll get Drew.
Yeah, but it's low resurgence.
Drew has done enough to get like multiple championships. That's the only thing that's holding me back. But as far as if I'm putting my trust and faith in the team built around him, Hallie,
right.
Haliburton or Trae Young?
Haliburton.
Haliburton or Darius Garland?
Haliburton for sure. He's more consistent.
Big Reese.
All right, so would you rather have Haliburton or Darius Garland?
Haliburton.
Haliburton
Haliburton or Trae Young?
Haliburton.
What the hell?
Haliburton or Tyrese Maxey?
Haliburton.
I said Tyrese Maxey. Gotta go Maxey.
I say Hallie the better Tyrese out of the both of them.
So do you think Haliburton's play style translates to playoff wins?
Clearly, yeah. Man, sure. They beating the number 1 seed in the league 2-0, and he's controlling the pace. I think what makes him the most dangerous player on the court is by far he can control, or he can play at any pace. When he want, and the game goes at his pace, and not a lot of players in the league can do that. So, like, if he wants to slow it down and play in the half court and play pick and roll and pick you apart with his great vision, he can do that with the best of them.
Are you comfortable calling him the X Factor?
Yeah, I feel like if Tyrese Haliburton, if he's playing well, that team can win. Now, if he's not playing well, he's literally the engine that makes that team go. You have guys like Siakam, Neesmith. I wouldn't say Nembhard as much because he's a guard and he can create for himself. Yeah. But it's a lot of players on that team that are very reliant on Tyrese Haliburton for their level of offense, for their productivity that are getting them paid millions of dollars today because Tyrese Haliburton puts them in such great positions where all you can do is succeed. You get wide open catch and shoots. You get wide open lobs. You getting, you getting everything that you basically want as a player playing with Tyrese Haliburton. And I think, truthfully, if they beat the Cavs in this series, we got to have some real uncomfortable talks. That's for sure. And I don't want to say it, so I guess I'll start it. I'll start it off. How many guards I think are better than Tyrese Haliburton right now? I think 3. I think you can go definitively 3, and y'all can kill me for the last one. But
wait. 3 in the East? Okay.
In the East. I wouldn't even go West because if we go West, I'm him and him and him.
Easy.
But
automatically top 15.
Yeah, so guards in the East, I say Jalen Brunson. I'm taking Jalen Brunson over Tyrese Haliburton. I'm taking, what's his face?
Cade.
Yeah, I'm taking Cade Cunningham over Tyrese, and I'm taking Donovan Mitchell. I just think those guys are better. Even though Tyrese is beating Mitchell right now 2-0 in the series, I believe that Mitchell is the better talent. Obviously, if we would have had Mobley and Garland, the 2-game sample size of full team versus full team, I think it'd be a different story. But we don't, and that still ain't changed my damn mind. I think It's only 3 guards better than him. I think he surpassed a lot of people this year, as in Trae Young, as in LaMelo Balls, as in the pause, extreme pause.
No, you good.
I'm glad I caught it. But some of the guards that I thought that were going to elevate their level of play and like truly put themselves in them top guard talks really disappointed me this year. And Tyrese, he just keep rising to the occasion. He was 10 and 11 in the clutch this year. When it was go ahead baskets, Tyrese, he literally closed out the Bucks on his home court, and then just came back and gained the number 1 seed Cavs after being down 7 with 47 seconds left in the game, grabbing his own missed rebound, pulling it all the way back out, and instead of going for the tie, he said, "Hey, we ain't doing ties. I'm tired. It's time to go home," and closed them out on a step back 3. You know how many that takes kahunas. Right. That takes kahunas. Tyrese Haliburton, man, I gained a lot of respect for you just because I see the level of like his play elevated tremendously from regular season to playoffs. And it's been like that the last 2 years. Pause. Are you subscribed to Check the Set Podcast, man? While we on this pause, you make sure you go on that YouTube link and you subscribe to Check the Set Podcast, or you're going to make my boy Omari sad, man.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Hey, Tyrese Haliburton, he's a top 4 guard in the East for me, but this playoff run that he can potentially go on will truly change my outlook on him if he performs the way I hope he does.
I only see 2 guards better than him as far as like in the Eastern Conference. It's the obvious ones, Cade and Brunson.
You think Mitch is better than you think Haliburton better than Mitchell?
The only reason I say yes.
What's the Haliburton?
I'm not going to use recency bias as an example. I'm going to use the grand scheme of things. We've seen the stretch of what Donovan Mitchell's career has been on both Utah and Cleveland up to this point in time. He is an electric scorer. There's not too many guys in the NBA that could put the ball in the basket better than he can. And he's done so for damn near a decade at this point in time, which is kind of crazy to think about. The heights that he was able to go to in Utah, let's face it, they weren't that high. The heights that he's been able to go to so far in Cleveland, unless something changes rather soon and rather quickly, are not going to be that high, at least at this moment in time. Halliburton has elevated the Pacers team, who through majority of the past 2 seasons have been middle of the pack. Like, this is the best season that they've had in years. And okay, hold up a second. You knocked off a top seeded team in the Bucks, even though they were injury depleted. You knocked off a team in New York who was like that on last year with Jalen Brunson elevating and putting the world on notice.
Yeah.
He did that on the road in a game 7, mind you. Now he's in the moment in time when he has a game winner that he just knocked off the Bucks again, and this time with a fully healthy Giannis, who was clearly the better player in the series. But I guess it didn't matter when you got Haliburton balling the way that he has been. Yeah. And then you're on the road again against the number 1 team, not only in the Eastern Conference, but record-wise in the NBA, and you are up 2-0 against that team, albeit the cards are stacked against what Cleveland has because of the injuries, but at the same time, like, you're 2 games away from going back to your conference finals in back-to-back seasons. Right. And that's in the Eastern Conference. We know that they're not as stacked as the West, but, like, that's got to be worth a damn in some instance and point in time. It ain't that many people that could do that in back-to-back seasons, and God knows what would happen if the Pacers can mess around and go to the finals. Like, that would be insane to think about. And that's honestly not a far-fetched idea or a far-fetched prediction for some people because of how good his game has elevated Indiana. Like, for as great as all the other players have been on that team in their respective roles, he truly is, his pace of play, he truly is the ultimate pacer, which is crazy to say.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. We gotta call it out, man. He's done had a lot of playoff series where their best guy or one of their key guys have not been there. I mean, this series alone, we got Mitchell. I mean, we got Garland and Mobley. The last series, we had no Dame. The New York series, no Brunson. Like, we kind of got to start viewing the obvious of what we're seeing with Tyrese Haliburton. Not Tyrese Haliburton, but this Pacers team that's just magically getting all these guys injured at the worst time possible when they play them in the playoffs.
With that logic, you can erase 2015 Warriors playoff run.
And with that logic, you can erase the run that the Celtics had last year too.
The Celtics as well. Sure, I said that last year. Yeah, I was saying that for sure. So it's not like it was something far fetched for me to think about. But
so I got some hot takes for y'all. Y'all can either agree with them or leave them alone. So this is the year that the Knicks finally beat Boston in the playoffs. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
That looks better by the day.
I feel like Brunson now due for one.
Yeah, it looks better by the day, to be honest.
Haliburton and the Pacers have the best backcourt in the playoffs.
Hell no. I mean, no.
In the playoffs?
Hell
no. What the hell are you?
Haliburton's going to prove you guys wrong.
Hey,
the Warriors are not dead yet. Don't count out experience.
Facts.
Nah, I ain't counting them.
I'm sorry. I said T Wolves in 5. I'm standing on it. I got to see what that offense look like tomorrow.
The Thunder have nothing to worry about.
Hell yeah, we got
the Nuggets' depth.
I mean, we on their ass right now.
It's a battle between depth and talent at this point.
And depth matters in a sense, but at the same time, it doesn't.
It's experience and talent. That's the battle that is really going after, honestly.
Yeah.
So
I would rather build a franchise around Haliburton than Brunson.
I'll build it around Brunson.
You can't. I feel like you can go both ways, but I feel like Tatum. I said Tatum. Brunson, he has a higher ceiling because they're both clutch level players, but I trust Brunson with the ball in his hands a little bit more than I do Haliburton.
I think it depends on your vision. Like, are you looking for your best player to be a ball dominant guard that has a high usage in terms of putting the ball in the basket, or are you looking for a facilitator who gets everyone a scoop of the sugar and has no problem doing it himself?
We'll say hindsight's 2020. In June, when we're looking back at this, would you regret saying that you'd rather take Haliburton?
Well, I think Brunson's better, so I'd say I'd rather build around Jalen.
I got Brunson.
If the Warriors don't make it, simple, blow it up.
No.
They paid half the guys on that team. They there.
If you blowing anything up, you're just blowing up the younger core for more experienced veteran pieces.
Last but not least, the Celtics have the most pressure and the least excuses.
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
Most definitely. And that's the defending champs.
You brought back an identical team that just literally won the championship with obviously the best team remaining in the playoffs, and you have all the pressure on you for sure to repeat it. It's a disappointment if the Celtics don't repeat this year.
I had to think about it, but no one's gonna remember the fact that they missed like 70-something threes in a 2-game span. No one's gonna pay attention to that. The only thing they're gonna pay attention to is
wins, losses,
the 2 L's. So by that default, that's kind of obvious.
All right, on to the next topic though, man. With the addition of...
Sorry. Like, pull your shorts down.
Oh, yeah, that nigga naked in the last video. Nigga in the last video. I say, where the fuck is your shorts at, nigga? Hey, nigga.
One question. Is Tyrese Haliburton overrated or underrated in y'all lives?
I feel like he's underrated.
Yeah, he's underrated for sure. Because, like, when you think of the best guards in the NBA, it's a while before you get to his name.
Yeah.
But in his short NBA career, he showcased that he's capable of being a franchise player. He's capable of being a playoff riser.
Right.
And even prior to the recency bias of this year, he showcased that last year with taking that team to 4 games away from a realistic chance at an NBA championship. Like, we got to give him his flowers because he's done nothing but showcase why he deserves them.
I think he's just not like. I don't think he's overrated, but I don't think he's underrated. I think he's properly rated, and like obviously people say that he's overrated in the league, and
Yeah.
that carries value. But for me, my personal assessment of him is like he's a good player. He's not a great player. He's a good connector of your team. He orchestrates the flow and the harmony of your team. But I'm not elevating him because he hitting a couple clutch bucks. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the grand scheme of things. When you play every single team without their best player at a certain point,
Yeah.
I mean, we got to call a spade a spade. I mean, that's like you playing the Los Angeles Lakers without Luka Doncic and Bron. Like, you're supposed to run through these folks. Like, he got to play the Knicks last year without Brunson. He got to play
The Bucks without Giannis.
Yeah, he played the Bucks without Giannis last year, and then he played the Bucks without Dame this year. So like, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of Haliburton is a good player for sure, but is he underrated because he doesn't get the amount of media attention as these top guards are getting, or like? No, I don't.
He get it.
I don't think he deserves that level of attention. He doesn't deserve the level of spotlight given to some of these level of. I mean, but first of all, we gotta put it into perspective. Where do we rank Tyrese Haliburton amongst the guards in the league? And then we can kind of divide and be like, okay, like that's why he's not getting the level of attention. Like, damn, like he's better than him, and him. Like, why isn't he in this conversation? So obviously, Charles, you said 2 guards are only better than him in the East. Omari, you said 7. But
I said 2. I said 2.
You said Tyrese, Maxey, and you said
LaMelo Ball.
bro, he just said Tyrese Maxey was better.
I'll say this. Do you think he starts on every single team?
Possibly, yeah.
In the NBA.
NBA.
Maybe.
No.
Not every team, but
East,
some.
East.
Just some.
No.
In the East. I don't think he starts on 2 teams.
He don't start on Cleveland. He don't start on Detroit. He don't start on New York. Yeah, he don't.
Yeah.
Nah, he had the chance to start
He got
in New
a
York.
chance.
Because Brunson kind of more like a shooting guard and a point guard's body. So I feel like he could play with Brunson.
Wait,
like,
you don't think he starts in Cleveland?
Yeah, no, heck no. What's his name? Are you saying him or Garland? Are you talking about him or Mitchell?
I'll put him over Garland.
Yeah, I would take him over Garland. I'm gonna take him over Mitchell. But
Oh no.
I'm gonna take that back on that Tyrese statement. I'm gonna say Haliburton is better than Maxey as of right now.
Man.
Maxey does.
what happened, bro?
Now I'm just thinking about
That's
it.
your partner.
I know, but I'm just saying that. I'm just thinking.
30 a night, ain't he?
Huh?
Maxey is 30 a night.
Nah, he's like 20.
He get busy. He'll get busy.
It's kind of
he has.
any fish and bucks now.
I know we talked about this, but he can be better than Haliburton for sure. I feel like he can. But
I say Maxey scorer, Haliburton facilitator.
And the thing about Haliburton is like everything he do is so unorthodox.
yeah,
It's hard to guard. You don't like.
Yeah.
It's hard to predict, and it's not like his handle is crazy, but it's like,
A skinny, funky Luka.
but like
God.
the funk works. Like that's crazy.
He got funk in everything. Funk in the shot, funk in the dribble.
My initial answer, like for the 2 guards that was better than him, Brunson and in the East, Brunson and D. Mitch, well Spider, whatever you want to call him, Mitchell. That's the only 2 guards I see that's
They
just
think
really.
Haliburton better than Cade.
Oh fuck, that's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie, cause Cade, he really showed me something this year. I mean, really, since he been in the league, he's been doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn, that is a good point. I say Cade got him just off of like Cade's ability to like just score. Yeah, Haliburton can score, but Cade kind of make it look effortless. Like Cade is a bucket, and he gonna play defense. Like he's an all around player, and Cade is what, like 6'6", I think.
Yeah, he's 6'5",
6'6",
He's 6'7".
6'7", you know what I'm saying? He doing that at 6'7". Haliburton, he tall too, but I don't know. Cade is just, I feel like he's just a little more efficient than Haliburton. I don't know. He just makes it look better. I don't know. Everything he does looks so fluent, and
Omari just says, yeah, he just has the aura.
I don't know. He just got it, bro. I don't know. So yeah, that's a good one too. But that's the 3 guards I got over him.
So he starts on most teams in the East. Is he a definitive All-Star, or is that up for debate? Like, should be on that roster? Or
Yeah, he should. He should be.
Like second, like
He should be for sure. I think Dame has, obviously with age, his players gone down. He isn't as effective as what he was in the past, and we kind of giving Dame the All-Star nod more than Dame. Like it's Damian Lillard. Like it's like Kobe Bryant back in there. Rest in peace, Kobe, of course. But when he was like on his last legs, he was still getting voted into them All-Star games just off of the sheer fact he was Kobe Bryant.
Right.
It wasn't because he was a top 24 player in the league. So,
Do you feel like Haliburton can get higher than his ceiling of All-NBA 3rd team?
he can get
Yes,
to second team.
but
Second team.
NBA team is he?
What can he be?
I think the highest he could be is 2. I couldn't put him in that. He would never be a top 5 player, ever. Unless his scoring, I think that's really what halts him in a sense. His offensive aggression at times of not being extremely passive and just like being more, I'ma go get mine.
Yeah, that's what I like about Cade. Outside of him,
I don't think that hurts him because I don't think that's what the Pacers ask him to do.
No, but I'm saying like he would never be ranked any higher in my eyes because of his lack of offensive aggression.
Oh yeah.
respect.